Alright, something a little different today. I have a ski resort, which happens to be in Colorado. This is Loveland. It runs right along I-70, and it's right at the east side of the divide, right next to the Eisenhower and Johnson tunnels. And that's actually the road that leads up right through it. Exit 216 on I-70 is where this is located. So I've actually skied here before, and during this past winter. It's where I've only skied, haven't skied anywhere else for this season at least. I've been to other places like Winter Park and Copper, but I just had the map and decided to do this video. So if you get here early enough, you'll be able to get a spot in Lot A, which is really nice because you don't have to use the bus service to go down. So there's Loveland Basin, which is up here, and that's where Lot A is located, which is the bigger part of the mountain. And down here we have Loveland Valley, which is more of a beginner's area with ski school and lots B and C. They are two different lots. They're not actually connected, Lot D and Lot E, so there's 5 lots in total. If you have to park down here, you have to take the bus all the way up here, which can be a good or bad thing. I prefer going to Lot A though, but it does fill up throughout the day. The ski resort isn't too busy. There's a lot of variety of runs here and lifts. Most common lift is a 3-person chairlift, and right at the bottom, lifts 1 and 2 are both 3-person chairlifts. Lift 1 heads on up to all kinds of terrain. There's some green up here, some blue, black, and double black as well. And mostly over here on this side of the mountain, all these blacks and double blacks, those are all mostly moguls. That run right there, Nick Snocks, is also a mogul run, but not as deep. So lift 1 serves a bunch of moguls, and then it also serves these other lifts like lift 6, ptarmigan, not lift 9 though, unless you want to hike up a little bit. Lift 4 as well. And then, so basically lift 2, they did a little change up thing. Lift 2 used to go all the way up here to the top. And there's a little load up spot that used to be there, which is now the end of the lift. And there's a couple other lifts that do the same thing, like lift 4 over here. This one has a double unload, so you can unload low or unload high, depending on what terrain you're seeking. I think lift 3 over here also does that. You can unload low or the very top. Lift 9 used to do something like that, but they removed it. So ptarmigan is the new one that now goes up to the top. It's basically about the same it would have been going up to the top, but it's not as curved anymore. Or, yeah, it's not as long either, which is really nice for beginner skiers if they're just looking for some green runs right down here. So lift 2 just serves a bunch of green and all these other lifts. Lift 6 goes up here, and they actually moved the terrain parks up here. They used to be around here-ish last time I was here, but they moved them up there. Lift 2, that's a 2-person. So I guess I'll move over to lift 4 real quick. Lift 4, so the first access point. You can go down over here. This is south facing. So on a sunny day, it's kind of like ice in the trees, slush in the sun, or the tree shades, like in the shade of the trees. So that's some weird skiing, I would have to say. And there's a lot of moguls over here as well. Not too many moguls around here. Up by there. Not too many around there. So lift 4 does that. Or you can go up all the way to the top to traverse across to lift 9. Lift 9 actually goes to some pretty extreme terrain. I actually went on the Patrol Bowl last time. And that thing is really steep. So lift 9, it's a 4-person chairlift. That goes up top to all these other lifts right on the divide. And it's really cool. Once you go up to the top, You can actually see Keystone and Breckenridge. You can't see Arapahoe Basin though, because that would be somewhere. If this was drawn to scale, I'd be about right there. You just take the Loveland Pass going up, and so the valley is just right there. One thing I forgot to mention. So, yep, that's what Lift 9 does. They do have a, whatever this machine is again. I'm going to call it a Zamboni. It's probably not the right thing. But that takes you up even to some more expert terrain, which I do not plan on going on anytime soon. I'll stick to around here. And then Lift 4 also comes around here to Lift 8, which is also really cool. Just a lot of blue runs, not too many black runs except for up here. And that's also a 4-person chairlift. And you kind of get stuck in this area over here, I'd say, unless you traverse across. Or you can go through the tunnel that goes under I-70. I actually haven't been through that tunnel. That just leads right back to the bottom, to where lifts 1 and 2 are. So like on a kind of windy day or stormy day, I'd probably recommend this part of the mountain over here, just because all this over here is really windy and not that great to ski, because there's a bunch of snow blowing in your face and going up the lift is really cold. That's why I usually stick Lift 1 on a non-windy, non-weathery day. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and move more towards the valley side of things. So there's 2 lifts. There's Lift 7 and Lift 3. Lift 7 is like super easy. They actually sell tickets just for Lift 7. They're a bit cheaper, but not too much. But those lift tickets are like kind of beginner skier tickets, and that's why you would get a Lift 7. They also have a couple magic carpets down here. They don't list the names of them, but they've got 2 of them. And Lift 3 goes up to some other terrain. I've only been up to that point there back when I was doing ski school a couple years ago, learning how to ski. But other than that, that's all good. Couple things. Fail-safe trees. That's a fun run. That's a black run. I like Richard's Run and Nick Knox. Those 2 are fun. Patrol Bowl. Double black. Diamond. That's fun as well. And then there's just a bunch of green and flat. And then one thing you want to kind of do is try to stay over here on that side of the things, more towards Lift 2, just so you can pass beginner skiers while going a bit faster as well, which is fun. Down here is basically where all the tickets and lunch and all that happens. For lunch, finding a seat kind of on a busy day is hard. But overall, the ski resort is pretty good. I haven't really, well, it's not really too crowded except for like lunchtime. We're trying to find a spot later in the day for lot A, otherwise you have to go down to the lower lots. Yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions or anything like that, or any other cool resorts that I should check out, and just post a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.